Hello everyone, welcome to the Call of Duty World at War custom zombie mapping tutorial series. And in this video, the 10th video, I'm going to show you how to compile and test your map. This is probably going to be the most interesting video in the series because it's a lot of fun and you actually get to test the map you made. Uh, if you haven't watched the 9th video, the last video, you need to go watch that because if you did not watch that and you did not follow the steps in that, then you are going to run your map and you're going to run into problems because the last video was a fix for that. So you need to go make sure you watch that video. I'll have an annotation here actually so you can go check that video out because we need to make sure that you fix that before you run the map. I mean, if you run the map, you can still fix it. It's just that you're going to run into an error, and you might as well just fix it before you compile it anyways. So yeah, so once you've made sure you've done that, the fix in the last video, once again, links in the annotation, we can get started and actually compile and play our map. So the launcher is going to be our best friend today. We're not even going to touch Radiant today, which is a first for this series for a video, and we're not going to really bother with the folder. We're gonna worry about the launcher. Now, first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find our map in this list. If you have a lot of maps, that might be difficult for me. I deleted a lot of my maps, so I don't have to worry about that, and it makes it cleaner for the tutorial as well. In my case, I named mine Nazi Zombie YT. You probably named it something different, so just select the one that you use. Once you've done that, you can see these compile level options. Now you might think, okay, we're going to check off all of these because we're compiling. No, there's only a few of these we check off, and I'm going to show you which ones we check off. So we compile BSP, we compile lights, we compile paths, reflections, and build fast files. We do not worry about the visual. We do not worry about BSP info, and we're not going to run the map after the compile because we're not done yet. The only other box we're going to check is mod specific map, and you're going to find your Nazi zombie map name again. Now, the thing is, because of the last video and the fix, the mod originally was by the name you set map name in the script placer Z, but now that we use Mr. Hanky script placer, the mod name is the exact same name as the map, so that might help you with some confusion as well. So you just pick Nazi Zombie YT here, and then you're going to hit compile level. Now it's going to do all this crazy stuff. Now what it's basically doing is building your map. It's making sure whatever's in Radiant is going to be built and is going to be playable. It's going to pop up a Call of Duty World at War little window here. It's going to say cinematic subtitle with a little loading bar. Now if this is your first time compiling, which I'm guessing it is, you're going to see more. It's going to take a little bit longer than it is for me. It's going to compile all of your assets, and in the top left corner of your little Call of Duty World at War window, you're going to see previews of sections of your map, and that's perfectly fine. That's not that's not an error or anything. It's compiling all the assets. It's not going to do that for me because I've already compiled this map before. This is not my first time compiling, so it's going to be a little bit quicker as well. But yeah, I would have normally skipped this in the video so that to cut time off it, but I'm going to keep this part in because so that you guys know what to expect in the console when you're building your map. So it's going to go through a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to do the light mapping and deleting the duplicate polys. And then right after it's primed the water, it's going to link, compress, save, and then it's going to finish. Now, it says success down here. Now, you'll see errors most likely in the console, like access to path X denied, whatever. That's not a big deal. That's not going to inhibit us from compiling the map. Those errors are just kind of there. They're not a big deal to us. And once you see that no active processes and it's been finished, we can just go ahead and go to the underscore patch subfix on our map name. And this one, we're not going to choose compile BSP or lights or paths or reflections. We're only going to choose build fast files and mod specific map. Choose your map name again, and then compile the level. This will be super fast. Look at that, it's already done. And that's because all that's doing is patching your fast file. That's all it's doing. It's not building the map or anything. All it's doing is adding a quick patch to your file, and then it's done. So once we've done this, and once again you see no active processes, we can go to Mod Builder, and you're going to select your mod in this list. So in my case, Nazi Zombie YT. Now, we're going to select build mod.ff fast file and build IWD file. Don't worry about building sounds and verbose. We're not going to worry about these right now. This is for when you add like custom sounds, and we're not going to bother with that. All you need to check off is build mod.ff and build IWD. You don't need to worry about mod.csv because we haven't done any modding or scripting yet, so we can just leave this alone for now. And in the IWD list, check off nearly everything. So you're going to check off maps, you're going to check off weapons, and we're going to check off mod.arena. I don't believe you have to check off this file, but I do it just in case, just to be safe, and there's no harm done. You want to make sure all these files are checked off, because this is where you'll get those errors like zombie underscore Colt not found, or underscore zombie mode.gsc could not be found, or whatever. So make sure they're checked off so they're built into the mod. Once you've made sure everything's checked off, go ahead and build the mod. This is going to take forever. Not for me. For me, look, it's already done. It's already done. But for you, if it's your first time building the mod, this will take forever, because it's compiling all the images together, putting all the scripts together. For me, it's just updating the files, but for you, it's going to actually create the files. So this can take upwards to 3 to 5 minutes for this to actually work. For me, it only took 3 to 5 seconds, but for you, it's probably going to take 3 to 5 minutes. And then after your first building of the mod, it should be as quick as mine, and it should only take a few seconds. So once you see no active processes, and it should say success here, we can just go to run game. Mod, we are going to set to our map name, Nazi Zombie YT in my case. Here, you don't need to mess with these, but if your map has an error and you wish to ask me for help, I would appreciate it if you hit developer to 2. This will give you more in-depth information in the game on the error message. It won't just tell you could not find a script. It'll tell you could not find a script, blah, 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 and it'll tell you all the lines and more debug information, basically. And I would also appreciate it if you set log file to 1. And your log file you can find in mods and then your map name folder, and it should be like right at the top. It's called console.log or something like that. And you can send that over to me. That way I can actually help you and not just kind of guess at what's going on. So I'm not going to set it because I know my map works. But if you're running into errors, set developer and log file. One thing I am going to set is full screen to 0. And you don't have to do this. This just toggles whether it's in full screen or windowed mode. I mean, if you like windowed mode, by all means. But I'm just going to set it to windowed mode, because if I have it in full screen, the recorder won't capture the game. And I want you guys to actually see what I'm doing in the game as well. So you're not just looking at a cursor moving around. So I'm going to set it to windowed mode. You don't have to, though. So we're going to go ahead and run the game now. And you'll see this beautiful splash screen. And there we go. Look at that. World at War is all loaded. Okay, I'm just going to turn down the master volume so you can actually kind of hear me. You can still hear the game a little bit. Now, we will be needing this console for running our map. And I will show you guys how to get that right now. So what you're first going to do, click into options and go to game options. Make sure enable console is set to yes. If it is set to no, just click on it to set it to yes, and then hit escape twice to go back to the menu. Now, the button to bring up the console is the little squiggly line. It's right above the tab key, right adjacent to the 1 key. It's right under the escape key. Okay, I'm giving all the keys around it. But yeah, it's a little like squiggly line, kind of like a dash, but a little bit curled, and that'll bring up, should bring up the console. Now what we're going to do is /dev map. You can just do /map, but we're going to run it as developer mode, Nazi Zombie YT, or whatever your map name is. Once you've done this, you should see this Activision splash screen. We're going to customize this later. And once it says click to start mission, you can just go ahead and click. And look at that. Respond into our map. Look at that. There's the Pack-a-Punch machine, the MP40. The only thing that's weird here is this machine right here, the PhD. It's really, it's because we didn't import the images. So we're going to fix, that's only the Black Ops perk machines. As you can see, Juggernaut's perfectly fine. But yeah, the PhD, we're going to fix that later. That's not a big deal right now, though. So yeah. There's a Pack-a-Punch, and as you can see, it says power must be activated, and that's because we have the power switch over there, which we cannot access at the moment. So yeah, I should have probably moved that for the tutorial, so that if you don't have a power switch, and this is interesting in the script, if you don't have a power switch, you can buy the perks, and you can use Pack-a-Punch as soon as you spawn. But if you have a power switch, the game will know it, and it will require the power. Now, something I said in 2 tutorials ago with the mystery box, I was wrong. I only have 1 mystery box here. Look at that. And that's no problem. You're not going to get the teddy bear if there's only one mystery box. And if you only have 3 boxes in the map, like a begin and then 1 and 2, it's only going to cycle between them. So I was actually wrong. You're not going to need to edit the script unless you want more than 6. And to be honest, you probably don't want more than 6 in your map anyway. Now I'm going to see if I can get some nice stuff from this box. As you can see, it's working nice. The texture's been replaced. I'm not sure why this teddy bear is here. I think it's because I only have 1 box and it's kind of messing with the script a little bit. Yeah, if you have multiple boxes, that should not be there. But yeah, I'm just going to see if I can get a good weapon out of this. Now, you'll notice that there's no zombies. We don't have any zombies, and it's a dog round, but there's no dogs, and that's because we haven't set up the spawns. So the rounds just flew up to 7 in a couple of seconds, and that's not a problem at all. Right now, at least, we're going to make sure the zombie spawns work in the next, well, later on in the series. But right now, we're just testing our map, making sure it works, making sure we can walk around, the spawns are proper, the models are proper. As you can see, the feet are on the ground, and nothing's kind of hovering. I'm going to see if I can get the Wonder Wolf. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, screw it. I'm going to cheat here. Give Tesla gun ZM? Is that what it is? Oh, give Ray gun. There we go. I gave myself a ray gun. You can do some fun stuff in the console. You can give yourself all the weapons in the game if you really wanted to. You can give yourself the Wonder Wolf GG2 just by using Tesla gun. That's the name of the weapon in the game. And you just kind of drop your weapons you had before. It's pretty funny, actually. Look at that. There's a ray gun just on the ground. Let's go ahead and pick that up. But yeah, you can do some fun stuff in the console. You can give yourself God mode and no clip around and fly through your map and whatever. But yeah, so that's how you compile your map. You can go around and have a little bit of fun, but you're going to be using this feature a lot. You're going to need to use this to test your map out. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please leave a like below, comment any questions or comments you guys may have on the video, and subscribe. That's how you compile your map. If you do have any errors, but you shouldn't if you followed my tutorial series, and especially if you watched the last video, then go ahead and leave a comment about them, and I will help you as best as I can. And I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, goodbye.